So I have a treat for you guys. The Transformers TCG sent me a exclusive reveal preview card for their next series of the Transformers TCG Titan Master's Attack, the fourth expansion of the Transformers TCG. Now, as people know on the podcast, I'm a huge trading card game fan, lifelong player of Magic the Gathering, and of course, because I love my Transformers more than anything, this Transformer TCG pulls me in. And the people at the Transformer TCG sent me an exclusive preview card, and I figured I'd talk about the card, show you guys this, the first time this is the world's ever seeing this card, not on any website, right here at Transformer Slag, and I'll give a little bit of the history for people who are new to the Transformers TCG, or people who play the game but don't really know Transformers. Who is this character? So, because the Transformers Titan Master's Attack theme is going to be Titan Masters, aka the old Headmasters from 1987 onward, no surprise we're going to be getting more characters of that. And the card that I am previewing today is both the head card, or the Titan Master card of Grax, and of course the body Swamp Warrior card, or the bulk body, if you will, of SKULLSMASHER. Now, of course, this character back in the day in 1987 in Transformers Generation 1 was called Skullcruncher. Obviously, trademark reasons throughout the years, they couldn't get Skullcruncher anymore. So now, as of 2016, when it had a Generations figure, it was called SKULLSMASHER. Now, Grax, the name of the Titan Master Headmaster, hasn't changed, so that's a good thing at least. This character is also going to be appearing in the Transformers Cyberverse toy line and series, also as SKULLSMASHER, but we'll talk about that in the future when that comes in a later video. Now, this character, fictionally, who he was in the Transformers Headmasters anime series, one of the Takara 3, he was one of Zarek or Scorponok's minions. Pretty much one of his 3 minions, along with Weird Wolf and Mindwipe. So he's one of those main trio of goons, and we're going to have a card here that kind of reflects that for the fourth expansion of the Transformers Titan Master's Attack. So let's start with Grax. Now, Grax himself, basically, he just has 5 health, nothing too major. He doesn't have a flip ability, which is, you know, some of the head characters or Titan Master characters will have flip abilities. He is not one of them. He has 4 attack and 0 defense. Now let's get to, more importantly, the actual bulk body itself of SKULLSMASHER. Now, when you're talking the crocodile mode, which is a beast and melee character, when he's in the crocodile mode, he has his attack of 6, a health of 14, and a defense of 1. He has a whopping 11 stars, and he is a rare card, just like his head counterpart. And he says on this side of the crocodile mode, the alt mode, while this character is attacking an Autobot, this has 3 pierce. So that means minimum of damage you're going to do a minimum of 3 pierce if it gets through. So, that being said, that's kind of cool. It plays into the flavor text of, you know, a crocodile with his piercing teeth. Works out great. Let's go to the bulk body mode. What do we got there? So, on the bulk body itself, we have a attack of 5, a health of 14, and a defense of 2. So when you get to that body mode, while you lose a little bit of attack, you pretty much have the same health, but you do increase 1 in defense. But what does it say on the flavor? So we have, when the enemy has fewer stars than this, it becomes tapped, do 1 damage to the enemy. When an enemy has more star than this, becomes tapped, do 1 damage to this. So it's one of these things that if you're in a situation where you are fighting against a character that has less stars than you, it could be very advantage. It could be a poking character where you could do a little bit of damage and possibly get rid of smaller characters. This is something that I imagine is going to be a lot more useful when you're going to have characters that are just basically Titan Masters on the field, because the new gimmick that we know here is when a character dies, the head detaches and becomes its own separate entity. So 90%, if not 100%, of the star characters that you're going to be encountering that are heads are going to obviously have less than 11 stars than that of Skull Smasher. So this is going to be one of those cases where it's probably going to be a game closer in a lot of ways and picking off the little small guys. It also could be used to obviously pick off a big guy that has 1 health left. But I mean, this is the case that I see this is where it's going to be used for more than anything. So interesting character, interesting part of the lore to be brought into that. The Titan Master's attack is going to be coming out soon, so be sure to pick up a nice booster box and get a bunch of these. I know I'm excited about all of this. This is some great stuff. And it's not just me being a shill or something. People know I've been talking about this on the podcast long before they started sending me cards, and I've always been excited by this TCG. I've played in many tournaments. It's fun. There's nice flavor to it. There's nice customization to it. And if anything that PAX showed us, there's even a variety, and there's not just one deck that's winning everything. There's a nice variety of stuff that's going on. So everyone has their own little character and spin on how victory could come about. So definitely check it out. I'm glad to show this off to the guys. And of course, people are usually used to me having the small little images. Obviously, I'm going to be posting all of these images in big on the screen here so you could check out everything. And it's not just a podcast format. There will be a video format that's a little bit of editing to this one. So check this out. This is awesome. And hopefully I'll have more stuff to reveal for you in the future from the Transformer TCG.